All right, the moment has come. This is my review for Zack Snyder's Justice League. All right, so obviously I've seen this movie a while ago, but we're doing a rewatch. I watched all the original Supermans because I haven't seen all the original Supermans before. I've seen like pieces of some of them, but I never watched all of them in their entirety, and I did, and I enjoyed that. So if you want to check out my reviews on those, and then I watched Man of Steel, and I watched Batman v Superman, and now I'm back at Zack Snyder's Justice League. I didn't rewatch Superman Returns, which I could have done, but I remember that movie fondly, and I feel like I don't need to revisit that one. I feel like I remember a good amount of it, and it was good, and I'm good. I don't want to I might revisit it, but I wanted to end my Superman journey with Man of Steel. I mean with Zack Snyder's Justice League. And also I've seen James Gunn's Superman. And all this started from James Gunn's Superman. I saw James Gunn's Superman, and I went in with my arms folded, and I was expecting not to like it because I love my boy Henry Cavill. And the thing is, what do you call it? I really enjoyed it. I actually really did enjoy James Gunn's Superman. It had a very hopefulness and comic book feel to it that I haven't gotten in most other Supermans, which I did enjoy, but this was just a different feeling, and I really enjoyed it. And I was very surprised by how much I enjoyed it, and it renewed my love for Superman, so I went back to see what that hopefulness was like in the other one, so I went to see it. And not that Zack Snyder doesn't give that hopeful feel, he does at certain moments, but that's not all it is, you know? He doesn't really have that whimsical feel. But the thing about Zack Snyder is he had a plan, you know? Some people don't know this. I'm sure most people know this now because people talk about him a lot as far as him and Superman. The thing is that they love Christopher Nolan's Batman, and then they said, hey, Christopher Nolan's one of the producers on Zack Snyder's Justice League and all this type of things as well. So, and Man of Steel. And they said, hey, we want this kind of tone. We want this serious tone that worked for Batman. We want it for Superman. So Zack Snyder came on board and he said, I'm going to do it. And he did it. So some people who just don't like the way he did the tone, I mean, you can't really blame him for that. That's what they told him to do. He did a great job. And, but I understand they don't like that tone. What I will say about this is Zack Snyder's vision was to have Superman go through all this turmoil and different things, and then he was gonna get to that Superman, that almost whimsical. I feel like he was gonna get there at a certain point in the story, but he never got to get that chance. You know, he brings Superman through all these different things, and then they didn't do a Man of Steel too. But all that aside, Zack Snyder Justice League, here we are. I love it. I always loved it. When it came out, I loved it. I don't even remember the original Justice League with, I'm not even gonna say freaking the guy's name who did it, but this is such a great version, and I watched it on DVD. I bought it on DVD, Blu-ray a long time ago, so I got to watch it with no ads and just I tried to power